surprise to many of what the result of the election was, and to experience that, as we all have our own perspectives on that and points of view on that. And as Wren, we thought, well, now more than ever, let's dig in. Now is the time. It was always the time. There's never been a better time, but the urgency is really greater than it ever has been. And we have an incredible opportunity to capitalize on the attention that people are paying around the country and around the state to the position of women, the status of women, the way women and girls are talked about, the positions that we hold in business and politics and the media, and just say we've come a long way, but there is an awfully long way that we still need to go. So Wren's mission is to build a movement to advance the health, economic well-being, and rights of women, girls, and their families in the state of South Carolina. So we are focused on South Carolina. Our policy efforts are at the state level. We work very closely with the General Assembly and also with some of our state agencies to try and get policies passed that will improve the status of women and girls in our state, and also to try and keep bills from passing that would be harmful to women and girls in our state. So we are the voice for women and girls in South Carolina at the State House. We work closely with a lot of other organizations that are doing incredible work around the state. But in terms of having a comprehensive view of everything from health to women's role as economic agents, to domestic violence, leadership, political participation, from a policy perspective, Wren is really taking that leadership role at the State House. And in order to do that work effectively, it cannot just be our staff based in Columbia meeting with our legislators. It has absolutely got to come from the voices of the constituents that your elected officials represent, from all of you. So a huge part of our work is also going across the state and educating different groups, women, girls, boys, men, about what are some of the challenges we still face in South Carolina. For example, you all, I'm sure, know this. You are leaders for women and girls in your community and in this state. So I don't need to tell you all the statistics that continue to be a challenge in regards to our levels of domestic violence, maternal mortality, the extremely low rates of leadership that we have in our political sphere, despite the fact that women show up to vote in high rates in South Carolina, and despite the fact that women show up and work at a level that's equivalent to men. Our rates of participation are not reflected in terms of the leadership, the representation and leadership roles in politics and in the workforce the way that they should be. So we go out and we educate different groups about this. We get feedback, what's happening in your community, and we also do work to build the advocacy skills and capacity of different people around the state. So, you know, it's been a long time since a lot of us have had civics, and even for those of us who do it every day, it can be useful to have a little primer on how things work at the State House. And it's not an accessible system or process for us. So we try to demystify it and help educate people on what are the best ways for you to use your voice on issues that you care about. We just did a training a couple of weeks ago at Furman in collaboration with the Women's March for about 700 people in Greenville. Megan was the leader of this presentation on how to use your voice for advocacy at the State House. She does a great presentation. I'm offering Megan to anybody